the kind of strength that Radhika has, power that Radhika has created and has this thing, I feel like Buji is the next character to create that. Like I said, from the age of 5, I have loved the camera. I've waited to be in front of the camera. And it only gives me joy to wake up every morning and go and stand there and like, you know, give my shots, give my best. Done a power-packed trailer release and we're coming with a bang.
Hello Neha garu.
Hi, namaste.
Welcome to Galatta Telugu.
Thank you.
Great. ఒక ఇంటర్వ్యూ చూసాను మీది.
Okay.
దాంట్లో మీరు చెప్పారు చిన్నప్పుడు మీరు హ్యాకర్ అవ్వాలనుకున్నారు అని.
Sorry?
హ్యాకర్.
Yes.
టాపర్ కదా కంప్యూటర్
So,
సైన్స్ లో.
yes.
ఏంటి హ్యాకింగ్, ఎథికల్ హ్యాకింగ్?
Let me correct that. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి యాక్ట్రెస్ అవ్వాలనే కోరిక. There's nothing else. But
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. I'll correct that a little bit. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి యాక్ట్రెస్ అవ్వాలనే కోరిక. There's nothing else I thought of. But my mom was very particular. నాకు ఒక డిగ్రీ రావాలి, చదువు కంప్లీట్ చేయాలి. Only after that you can get into this profession. ఎలా I'll get into it ఎవరికి తెలియదు. So I said okay, and then I was focusing on my studies. That's when computer science became my favorite subject. Then I thought I should pursue and maybe get into hacking because I used to like coding and decoding so much, like Java and C++ and all of that. That's how in between I thought, okay, maybe America velli hacking avani neerchukoni hacker plus actress avali ani majhalo.
Hacker plus actor. That's a deadly combo.
Right? It would have been. But acting came in very early for me and then I couldn't pursue that.
ఓకే. మహబూబా తర్వాత న్యూయార్క్ ఫిల్మ్ అకాడమీకి వెళ్ళి యాక్టింగ్ కోర్స్ నేర్చుకున్నారు.
Yes.
ఆ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఎలా అనిపించింది? అక్కడ ఏం నేర్చుకున్నారు?
బ్యూటిఫుల్ అండి. ఎందుకంటే నాకు నా ఫస్ట్ ఫిల్మ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు నాకు ఎక్కువ తెలీదు. ద ఫిల్మ్ కేమ్ అండ్ నేనేం అనుకున్నానంటే నాకు ఇంత త్వరగా ఒక ఆపర్చునిటీ వస్తుంది. సో వస్తుందంటే లెట్స్ నాట్ సే నో టు ఇట్ బికాస్ ఐ కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ అ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్. మై మామ్స్ అ డెంటిస్ట్, డాడ్స్ అ బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్. I don't know how I'll get into the film industry, but I've always wanted to be an actress. So opportunities knocked on my door, just grab it is what I thought. Didn't know whether నేను రెడీగా ఉన్నానా, am I right for the role, am I doing it correctly? No one to tell me, guide me also. But after I finished my first 2 films, I had an idea as to what it's like. That's when I felt, okay, నేను ఇంకా 100% రెడీగా లేను, అయినప్పుడు I'll come back. So I went, did my course, but నేను వచ్చినప్పుడు COVID అయింది, so it was a longer gap. And then, yes.
No, అక్కడ ఏమేం నేర్చుకున్నారు? I mean like, what was the course like? అక్కడ నేర్చుకుని ఇక్కడ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయడానికి కుదురుతుందా?
So implement, see first of all I feel like acting is something that has to come from within. Okay, it can be practiced and made better, and I feel like నేను అక్కడ వెళ్ళి నేను ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి in different ways. Like I'll give you a small exercise that we had. They took the entire class to a park. Okay, they said just walk around the park for the next 15-20 minutes, take your time, observe people. Okay, just observe people and come back and then choose one person that you remember evidently and adi enact chesi chupinchu ani. So I realized that's understanding characterization, like different characters in a park. So that was a good exercise. And I've realized that manam in different ways as actors, what we do is actually characters which are there in this world, right? So that was a good exercise. So atla we did many exercises which kind of opened me up as an actor.
ఒక కపుల్ చెప్తారా? I find it very interesting. ఒక couple of exercises.
Couple of them. Okay, one was that. Another one was in the class, we had to choose a particular scene from some film and then choose your partner. Not your friends. Choose somebody else as your partner. Class lo 30 members unte andaru friends. Yeah, you know each other, but still kada you'll have one group.
Yeah.
Now you choose not from your group, you choose from somewhere else. And then you do a discussion with that person and you create, like you are the director, you're the producer, you are the stylist for the film, you're the actor also. You create an entire scene and you come back and you perform.
Okay.
That's again something because there we're also learning the direction department part little bit, right? From every. Yeah, so these kind of things.
నేను మొన్న విశ్వక్తో మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు కూడా తను చెప్పాడు యాక్టర్ ఉండాల్సిన ఒక క్వాలిటీ ఏంటి అంటే అబ్జర్వింగ్ అండ్ ఆల్వేస్ బీయింగ్ ఓపెన్ టు లెర్న్ అని చెప్పి జనాన్ని చూస్తూ. అలా ఐ వాంట్ టు నో ఫ్రమ్ ద 5 to 6 films that you have done so far, మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేసి చుట్టూ ఉన్న వాళ్ళ నుండి తీసుకుని ఏదైనా ట్రీట్ మీ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ లో ఇన్కల్కేట్ చేశారా ఎప్పుడన్నా?
సో ఆనెస్ట్లీ ఇప్పుడు దాకా అట్లీస్ట్ ఇన్ మై కెరియర్ నేను ఐ హావ్ నాట్ particularly taken a trait and inculcated it, but I learn. Like a small example is DJ Tillu. When we were shooting for it, all my roles until then was bubbly, hyper, nothing that was subtle. Mehbooba was subtle, but Mehbooba still had bigger actions. That subtlety also was not done the way Radhika's subtlety is. Radhika carries one emotion from the starting of the film till the end of the film. Adi maintain cheyadaniki.
Poker face.
That poker face. To maintain that is not easy, right? So I learned how you can have so much to say even without saying anything on that set. You know, so you learn. But specifically, I remember learning this out of all my films with Radhika. Radhika did teach me a lot more about performance.
Wonderful. ఇప్పుడు Radhika is this popular, almost like a meme icon కదా ఇప్పుడు. సో ఆ క్యారెక్టర్ గురించి కూడా చాలా డిస్కషన్స్ జరిగాయి అనమాట. నేను కూడా విమల్తో మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు నాకు డీజే టిల్లు అనే మూవీ దెర్ ఇస్ అ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ వాట్ ఐ వాస్ టాకింగ్ టు సిద్ధు అండ్ విమల్ ఆల్సో దట్ దిస్ ఇస్ ద థింగ్ దట్ వి డిస్కస్. డీజే టిల్లు is not a women hating film. Okay, it's a very thin line,
very thin.
It's a very dangerous line also. Easily it can channel ఏదైతే ఉందో లైక్ ఆల్ దట్ సిద్ధు జొన్నల్ ద క్యారెక్టర్ ఉన్న కోపం ఆ యాంగ్స్ట్ అంతా కూడా ఇట్స్ ఆన్ రాధిక. ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఆన్ ది ఎంటైర్ జెండర్. దట్స్ అ వెరీ థిన్ లైన్ అండ్ దానికి డిస్కషన్స్ ఇప్పుడు కూడా జరుగుతున్నాయి. కొంతమంది రాధికాని అది ఎక్స్ట్రాపులేట్ చేసి షీ ఈజ్ ఈవిల్ అని అదని. హౌ డు యూ లుక్ ఎట్ దిస్ హోల్ డిస్కోర్స్?
I don't think Radhika was a negative character at all. Like you said, it's a very thin line. And I feel like that thin line the audience have captured is what I feel. Because if it was negative, audience loved Tillu. They are crazy about Tillu. They could have hated Radhika. They could have hated Radhika, right? But the audience loved Radhika. That means the audience have understood the exact tempo that we gave them. And it did not, that thin line was fully justified. You know, so that's how I look at it. Yeah.
అండ్ ఇందాక మీరు చెప్పారు కదా దట్ మీరు ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ లో కూడా కమెంట్స్ ఏమి నేను చూడను బికాస్ ఐ వాంట్ అవాయిడ్ నెగటివిటీ బికాస్ ఐ అండర్స్టాండ్ 99 పాజిటివ్ కమెంట్స్ ఉంటే ఒక్క నెగటివ్ కమెంట్ ఉంటే మనం ఆ 99 పాజిటివ్ కమెంట్స్ చూడడం. దట్ వన్ నెగటివ్ కమెంట్ విల్ రూయిన్ అవర్ డే కదా. బట్ నేహా మీకు లైక్ ఒక కన్స్ట్రక్టివ్ క్రిటిసిజం కానీ సోర్సెస్ ఆఫ్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ అనేవి మీ లైఫ్ లో ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి? ఆ సోర్సెస్ ఏంటి?
So sources of feedback definitely come when I meet people. When I meet people, whether it's from the industry or not from the industry, or even when we do our fans meet and greet, and when we meet, like for example, like all these memers and all these people, there's a lot of things that feedback that we get. I'm okay with getting that kind of feedback. I'm okay with getting feedback through a film as to how the audience have liked the character, not liked the character, rather than feedback through something that's more direct. You know, because these direct feedbacks, honestly speaking, I have really not come across a negative comment. Touch wood, I'm happy I haven't. Because so I don't know what it will make me feel like. The only reason I've put myself away from it is because I know how it's made other actors feel. I know stories of actors who have been affected, who've been targeted, So when I see all of that, I want to protect myself from God knows what that feeling is.
Okay.
Undochu, undakpochu. నాకు తెలీదు. Maybe if I read a negative comment, I'll just be like, okay, it's his opinion.
It's like a Schrodinger's cat laga anamata.
Exactly. So I just want to keep, I want to keep that emotion of mine grey. I don't want to
get exposed to.
Exactly. That's what's happened. Yeah.
Interesting. That's an interesting psyche to evaluate. So విశ్వక్తో మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు విశ్వక్ కూడా గ్యాంగ్స్ ఆఫ్ గోదావరి గురించి చెప్తూ కృష్ణ చైతన్య ఈ సినిమాలో ఫీమేల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఎలా రాశారో that's just absolutely like brilliant. నేహాకి అండ్ అంజలికి వాళ్ళ కెరియర్స్ లో వన్ ఆఫ్ ద బెస్ట్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఇవి అవుతాయి అని చెప్పి విశ్వకే చెప్పారు. సో వాట్ డిడ్ యూ ఫీల్ లైక్? ఇప్పటి వరకు చేసిన వాటిలోకి ఇది చాలా డిఫరెంట్ అంటున్నారు కదా, ఎలా డిఫరెంట్? అండ్
so all the characters I've played until now have been different, and if you go back and see, I've chosen scripts differently, I've chosen characters also differently, my roles, my get-up, it's always been different. But the kind of strength that Radhika has, power that Radhika has created and has this thing, I feel like Bujji is the next character to create that. It's a character from the 90s, but very impactful, very, very impactful. So I'm very excited for what Bujji is going to show to the audience.
Okay. Adi a difference anedi, is that something that you seek when you hear scripts?
I don't seek it. It's somehow happened, it's come to me. I don't seek it. I seek, when I say difference, not the way I just said, like I'm trying to compare it to a Radhika. What I seek is different scripts overall, not role. Different scripts, because I feel like audience come to watch a film for the love of the actors, all of that, yes, but they also look at the film overall. You know, so for me, the script is more important than the role. Then comes the role. Because if the script is great, then the role will definitely be great.
Yeah.
You know, it will fall in place perfectly.
Yeah. And you also said that నాకు సినిమా సక్సెస్ ఆ ఫెయిల్యూర్ అనే దానికంటే కూడా ప్రాసెస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్.
Yeah.
ఇట్స్ లైక్ యువర్ మోర్
The journey.
The journey. You're not result oriented. You're more
Yeah.
like process
Right.
oriented. Please tell me about that. Is in an industry where everything, they say that, no, like everything is determined by Friday to Friday. Can you
Yeah, they
afford
say
to
that,
be
but for
way?
me, it's not like that. I think also because naku more than looking at my profession as a profession and as work, I'm doing this out of passion. Like I said, from the age of 5, I have loved the camera. I've waited to be in front of the camera. And it only gives me joy to wake up every morning and go and stand there and like, you know, give my shots, give my best. I have had dreams of all these screams that I get as Radhika when I meet the audience.
Yeah.
So everything is a dream come true for me. That's the journey that I am living. In that journey, there's no hit or flop. There's no hit or flop for me at all. For me, it is just the journey of making a film that I am happy doing and I'm confident doing. Now, it's people's opinion. They'll make it a hit. They'll make it a flop. I'll do my next film. So, hit or flop is just not even there in my...
It doesn't even bother you, like when a film doesn't perform.
No.
It doesn't?
No.
Okay. That's very interesting. I want to know, what are some of your favorite female characters? Like, చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి చూసి పెరుగుంటాం కదా, లైక్ బాగా ఇంపాక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి అంటే నేను యాక్టర్ అవ్వాలి అనుకుంటే there must have been some kind of influence kada. So
honestly, actor avvali ani, it did not come from an impactful actor.
Okay.
Journeys, yes. It came from me loving to dance. Then realizing that even if I want to dance, let's say I'm doing a song where I need to be wearing a sari, I'd go wear my mom's sari. I'd not dance without wearing the sari because the costume is important. If I'm going to enact a scene to my parents after watching a film, I need to wear an outfit of the boy or the girl to tell them that I'm the boy. So my liking towards the depth of this entire art is what made me realize that, oh, I'm actually enjoying this form of art. I'm loving to act, I'm loving to dance, and I'm loving it to an extent where I want to be in that attire also. So these are things that my journey has been about more than getting motivated by a certain person. After I started liking all of this, I said, okay, then let me start watching people and getting inspired. Then I got inspired by people like Madhuri, by people like Shobana of those times, by people like Sri Devi Garu. So that then it was an inspiration because then I knew this is what I want to do. I need to start watching and I need to start learning from my senior.
Okay, wonderful. What are your expectations from Gangs of Godavari?
Expectation kaadu, hit kodutunnam, I know that.
Confirm.
I mean, we've done a power packed trailer release and we're coming with a bang.
Wonderful.
Yes.
On that note, thank you very much
Thank
for your
you
time.
so much.
All the
Lovely
very best
speaking to you.
for
Thanks
30th.
a ton. Thank you.